Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our channel right here at Watchbox Reviews, and then I can send my best to your inbox on a daily basis, every watch, every minute, here on Watchbox Reviews. If you like the watches, you can buy them on our website, thewatchbox.com. Buy, trade, and sell luxury watches on thewatchbox.com. See high-res images, any boxes, papers, and accessories as applicable, and of course, full pricing for every watch we have listed on thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing a wonderful point of entry into the world of complicated chronographs. This is the Omega Speedmaster Day-Date, and to be truthful, it's more than just that, as it is a day, date, and month with a 24-hour indicator and a spectacular real tritium patina dial. In an age of simulated patina, it's refreshing to see a handsome and well-kept example of the real thing. It's also a modern watch in most respects. This is a late 90s to mid-2000s reference that is still in condition and close enough to its original manufacture that you don't have to worry about the typical pitfalls of the vintage market. So this emerging vintage timepiece and contemporary classic is 39 millimeters and on my wrist 16 centimeters in circumference. You can see that this is a great match for a smaller male wrist, which I define as approximately 14 to 16 and a half centimeters circumference. The fit is perfect. It does have a sapphire crystal, so it's not quite as thick as the plexis on the Speedy Reduced. You can see in profile the watch 14.6 millimeters thick. It's a particularly easy watch to wear on a small wrist because lug to lug it has remarkably compact dimensions, 45 millimeters from lug to lug. But if you do count the solid end links of the bracelet, you'll find it swells to a more contemporary 51.5. So even if you have a larger wrist, this is still a good option to choose. In terms of the bracelet, it's a handsome three-link design that, truth be told, probably owes a little bit to the Rolex Oyster in terms of style, but it's nicely matched to a thoughtful clasp design that features trigger release for extra security, can simply pop open, and then an extensible internal component that allows it to better adapt to the size of your wrist in real time. So even after you've sized it down by removing links, it can actually expand and contract a little bit to match your activity level or lack thereof. The watch is familiar to those of us who know the Omega brand well. Let me give us a little bit more light, focus in, and improve the resolution. The beveled case has been around forever. Since the mid-60s, you know it, with its satin-finished sheer flanks and polished bevels. Albeit in a smaller size, the watch, remember, 39 millimeters in diameter, is the Moon watch, only smaller and more complicated. You still have the tachymeter bezel, and of course you have a display full of color, but it's a purposeful, colorful display, as you have a date indicator. It's a radial style date. I should probably move the minute hand so you can better see it. You can see the arrow-inspired delta indicator for the radial date. You can see the day, you can see the month. It is a chronograph. We may as well start that up for a little bit of visual fireworks. And then there is a 24-hour dial that acts as your danger zone go, no-go indicator for manually setting the calendar indications. It's also an excellent companion to your watch, so you know whether you've set AM or PM, for example. 8 AM or 8 PM, well, that dial lets you know. The dial base itself is a matte anthracite, and of course, the numerals are all aged tritium. They have a wonderfully charming ecru patina that, if I had to verbalize it, is something like what Panerai is trying to achieve, but not quite reaching with its simulated patina dials. Don't compromise, don't buy an affectation, buy the real thing. This watch has it all going on. A grayscale dial that spans black to white. It also features shocks of blue, red, a little bit of an ecru about the patina, and of course yellow in that radial date indicator. Now the profile on the crown side is familiar. Pump pushers, push down crown, 50 meters water resistant. You can't see what's inside, but I can give you a little bit of an X-ray vision. It's an Omega caliber 1151, and it's based on a Valjoux 7750 base. It has a 44-hour power reserve. It features hacking or stop seconds, and I'll demonstrate that once I move the watch out of its danger zone. You can see the hacking seconds function engaged right now, but it features a double quick set that you can actuate by putting the crown in its typical intermediate position where you'd normally activate a quick set function. and then you can rapidly set the date to drive the month. And works just like that. There is a pusher adjuster on the flank for adjusting the day of the week. Now the movement is a tough automatic winder. It's got that characteristic Valjoux 7750 unidirectional wobble. A handsome watch, a bulletproof movement, and you know, not for nothing, but it's the Speedmaster everyone doesn't have. A rather rare variant. This Speedmaster Day-Date, the 3520.53, is a great way to get into Omega without owning a watch that's a clone. Which is to say, it's not another moon watch, and I absolutely adore this reference for that fact. You can see it and make it yours on our website.